तेरे को यहाँ पे प्रिंट करना होगा ना। स्टॉक लेंथ देना होगा, स्ट्रिंग के लिए लेंथ देना होता। यार जी कहाँ
आ
से
जाएगा ब्रो, लेंथ मैंने किया, आ जाएगा। सबको टाइप करो। You get 5 letter, 5 number 5, ओके। ब्रैकेट ओपन करना है ना,
अरे
पैटर्न नहीं है।
हाँ हाँ, वेट वेट वेट। आया ना? ठीक है।
So we need to
ये
add that length every time.
हाँ हाँ, for string you have to add length. Okay. So, okay. So far we cover try and catch, right? So any confusion on try and catch, or you didn't understand anything? If not, then today we'll see another keyword called finally with try catch. Okay, what is the use of finally? So there is a difference between final and finally. So finally, it's a finally it's a block. Okay, we use for block is used to execute the necessary code of the program. So it is executed whenever an exception is handled or not, no matter. So suppose in try some line number line of code, right? This is we need to use try. So basically this code is not executing and interrupted, right? So for that what we do, we use catch. What catch is doing, it's handle the exception, right? Basically, so it handles the exception, the kind of exception. But what is the use of finally? So finally, the finally block, whether if you want to print something by forcefully, whether it is using try catch working or not, still you want to print something. Okay, for that time we use finally keyword. Means you want to execute necessary code. Okay, necessary code, whether try or catch doesn't work. Maybe still you are getting some issue with try and catch, but still this finally you want to execute by any condition. Okay, that kind of things, for that kind of scenario we use finally. Means we need anyway by for like forcefully you want. So let me create one package for today. 14. Okay, so we'll see one demo for using try, catch, and finally. So one exception we didn't do, right? Number for mat exception simple. Okay, so how to get number format exception? Okay, so we need again main method. Now suppose I'm saying string s equal to 3, for example, and int I equal to integer. So this is called typecasting. Okay, so parse int, so this will typecast the string variable to integer. Okay, now we have to pass this variable name here and bracket close. Now I want system.out.println to print of this one, for example. Okay, now too many characters, for example. Let me run it. Okay, now see it's considering uh, string, right? So still we are getting the print, right? But how to get that null pointer exception? So what we will do here, null pointer exception, if you want, so we'll write a program. So basically what, let me take another example. I equal to integer. So this is typecasting, okay? Integer, it's a class dot parse int, right? Now here instead of integer value, I am just typing suppose string, okay? And here what I will do, I will just trying to get the printout. So print out of I, right? Now if I run, so this is coming number format exception, because what happens in integer data type, right? And this very well we are typecasting with integer. The moment I use a string, I will be getting null point of exception. But if I say any number, right? Suppose if I say any number, so basically what I am doing here, I am just, integer data type typecasting and entering the value as a string. Okay, so that is why it's saying it's a number format exception. That means, and in simple word, whatever the data type you mention, you should enter the same similar kind of data. If I am saying uh, string s equal to some number, right? So it's not the similar, right? It's not for the string. So it should not hold this one. So that's what number formatting exception. So this is why we get this exception, number formatting exception, right? Now how to handle with try and catch. Okay, now we'll see. So we are getting error on line number 7, right? So this is my line number 7. Now I will use try. My block will start from here, so I will keep this line here because Here only we are getting exception, and for that we need to catch, right? We have to catch. So for catch, what is this exception name? This is number format exception. So I will put like this, and you can put anything. Okay, any variable you can put. Okay, now catch block should start and end, and this print should comes under this one, right? And this should be this e. Okay, okay, now we, for this error, right, we will be getting this number format exception, and we want to handle under catch, right, because we know the exception type. So let's run system.out.println. It is not getting. Okay, for example, s equal to null, for example, and dot out dot println, and now s dot length. Okay, this one. Now catch, suppose it should be null. Let me try with this one, then we'll see that. Now if I print, okay, this is coming for, okay, let me tell you for the finally, and then we'll try for null number format exception. Okay, okay, so now we are getting null pointer exception because we have not initialized the value, right? So because of that, we are getting it. Now what is the use of finally? So if I say finally, right, so the finally block start and the finally block ends. Suppose I want to print finally block. Okay, so now it is catching, right? It is catching. Okay, and anyway it is giving me print for this exception, even though this finally will execute. Okay, if it's catching also, it will execute. We'll try in both the way to see whether the finally block is executing or not. You can see, right? So whether your exception is handling or not, no matter, this finally will be there. Suppose now I will just comment out this catch. So we don't want to, but one thing, you can't do like this. Okay, you can't use finally without try and catch. You have to mention, if you are implementing try and catch, then only you can implement finally. Without try catch, this finally will give you error. Okay, but what is the purpose of finally? If your suppose your try catch sometimes doesn't work, right, in automation, but you don't want the script should get failed. For that purpose we use finally. That means even if your this exception is not able to handle, but your finally code should be okay, handle means it should be handled. Okay, that is why the finally this keyword is mostly used. So in terms of automation, what happened, suppose you want to launch browsers, right? So you'll say try Chrome. Okay, it's showing some error. Then what happened, you try another, some getting exception. So whether your Chrome is launching or not, finally your some default browser should launch. Okay, take that example. There are many examples we can use in automation or even coding also, but this is what we do. Okay, the use of finally keyword. Okay, and another we'll see the finally keyword now. Let me get array index out of bound. Okay, array index out of bound exception. Now here also we need main method. Now suppose I'm saying int a equal to new int a, right? So I have to assign, right? So I'm assigning 5. So now I'm saying a, I'm giving 4. So it start with 0 index, right? So I'm assigning on 4th 5, 5, right? So system.out.println. Okay, now if I want to get print, how to get the print? What is the use of length? Any idea? So this length is total number of length, right? Now what I'm saying, suppose I am assigning 6 here. Still there is no issue because I am assigning on 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I say 6, right, and I run it, because we limited, right, we fixed till 5. So ideally it should not assign for sixth one because we don't have sixth one, right? In that case we'll see this array index out of bounds exception. Now how to handle this exception? We try catch and finally. So which line number we are getting? For line number 8 we are getting the issue, right? Not 7. So we should implement try before line number 8. Okay, so try. Now this is the code, line of code we have to handle it. Now the moment you type try, you have to implement catch. Now in catch, what is the error we are getting? Array index out of bound. So just put this array index out of bound exception and any variable. Okay, so this is your catch. Now bracket start, bracket close. Now you want to print this one here, right? So this is, now this is what, right? Now if I run, what I will get? Raghu also tried a normal, right, without using two strings and all, right? Let's see. Still we are able to get it 5 because it is giving me the length, right? It is not handling anything here. So for this, what we have to do, we have to use, suppose for catch, what you have to do, a, not a, it should be e dot toString. Okay, now let's run it with try catch, then we'll see the finally one. Now we are getting 6. It is forcefully giving us 6, but without try catch 6 we can't do, right? So now we use finally. So the finally, suppose I'm doing some print. So always remember, for any exception, if you want to handle, you have to use toString. Okay, to handle those exception. This is a method to handle the exception. So I'm saying finally block executed. Okay, now suppose this is I'm saying 4, right? And here I'm putting 6. That's fine, right? So there is no exception, right? Because 4, it's okay because we have till 5th, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the final one, 0 to 4. We are assigning. This is okay. So if I run, so it will not throw this exception at all. Okay. But finally will get printed. Can you see the difference? Did you understand or not the logic?
Makan, if you show some real scenario, it come to know because
No, no, what I'm saying here, see, this is int 5. Okay, so
Basically, we are
our,
catching the errors right here.
yes, so our index position start with what?
bro, I
0.
got it that one, bro, because it will come array index outbound, right? Because if you add more than that, if you ask the
Right,
five,
right.
if you're asking six, obviously it will be error. So my question is, whatever error is coming up below down, okay, in console,
Hmm.
those error we already know, then only we can add in catch, right?
This is known, yeah, so this is, that also
Because if I
will
don't know, then
see,
how to add those exceptions here in catch? Because array index out of bound तुमने ऐड कर दिया इधर catch में
right, right,
नल में या नंबर्स में या अर्थमेटिक एक्सेप्शन में मेरे को कैसे पता चलेगा ये फ्यूचर में ये एरर आएगा हाउ टू फाइंड दैट वन
right, right. That also we'll see.
हाँ
I know that
इफ
suppose
यू
you
हैव
don't
एनी
know any
रियल सिनेरियो वी कैन
exceptions.
शो हियर
Yeah.
ओके आपने किसी में ऑटोमेशन में यूज किया हो तो एटलीस्ट वी यू विल गेट सम आइडिया
No, first understand these things.
Yeah,
Will anyway will
understood, but
come on that. Okay.
uh,
So use of catch, try catch, and finally and all these things we should just get clarity on this. So will come if you don't know, right? What could be the exceptions? What are the exceptions? You don't know, right? In that case, how to do it? That will also cover. Don't worry. Okay, but just you know, just try to understand this one, like how we use finally keyword. What is the use of finally keyword? If your code is okay and it doesn't require catch, so in this scenario we don't require catch also, right? So in that case what it is happening, it is going to give you the finally. So the finally, whether your code is comes under the exception handling or not doesn't matter, the finally will going to print. Okay, this is the use of exception, finally keyword, use of finally keyword. Okay, so another keyword is there, another keyword is there, throw. This is also one keyword. So the throw keyword basically is used to create a custom error. Okay, custom error means it is used to throw a single exception for a method. For example, you want to throw some custom error. Okay, user specific error. In that case, we use throw. So the syntax is throw. Okay, this is throw, then new exception class name, or whatever the class, okay, class, and within the bracket the double quote error message, my error message. Okay, this is what the throw syntax. How to put customized message. Suppose your browser is not launching, right? So you want to throw an exception that if not launching, then what should be the message we should get. So for framework level also it's important. So example, throw an exception. Okay, if suppose I'm giving you an example, if age is below 18, then print access denied. Suppose some website, if you are not above or 18, then print access denied. Okay, you are not authorized or something like that. So we'll see real-time program how to do that. Okay, what is the use of throw keywords? Okay, in Java. So let me write one class name th throw keyboard sample. So this is throw keyword. Now what I'm saying, if right age less than 18, and then what I have to do, I have to bracket start bracket close throw. You can see throw. Okay, throw new arithmetic exception. So you should know if some data you are entering, what are the exceptions. Suppose I'm saying arithmetic exception, this is because number, right? So I'm saying access denied. Okay, this is what I want, bracket close, else I'm saying again bracket start, in else system.out.println access granted. This is what our message. Now suppose this what you need, right? This is what. Now under main method, will why we are getting error? Can anyone tell?
We not mentioned means data type, no?
Right. Age equal to 18. Suppose age is 17, I'm printing, right? Now if I print, then what is going to print? Which one? If or else?
Else. Sorry. Through
डिनाइड प्रिंट होगा.
last one, I think. नहीं भाई.
कुछ प्रिंट नहीं हुआ क्या? Arithmetic exception, access denied, right? Why? We are putting 17 here, right? Now the moment I put 19, and just run it. Then it should print access granted.
भाई 17 लेस देन 18 है ना, सही है ना?
What you are saying, Raghu? If age is less than 18,
हाँ
then print this, right? Access denied.
हाँ, तेरा
If
17 है उधर, आपने पहले डाला था.
yeah, yes. So if I put 17, then
Should
you should get access denied, na? It's
correct.
less than 18 only, right? Did you get or not? If I am saying here 17 and I am saying here, suppose less than 18, right? So it should print access denied because 18, the age is 17, right? You got or not? Okay. Suppose I'm getting 22 here. Now,
Not denied, right? It will
if, yeah, it will deny, right?
correct. 19 also it will deny. 18 also it will
That,
deny. Less than 18, 17 should print, right? My question.
yeah, if I print 17 here, then it should give access denied only, right? Or which one? Why we are getting this one? See, I did one mistake. Now tell me what mistake I did. Why we are getting it now? Any guesses?
I'm
Why it is printing this one?
throwing exception, no? Because we're
No
not.
exception, nah. We are not getting any exception. It is printing this one, right?
No, भाई आपका throw नहीं okay.
Okay.
Good.
Now see. Did you get or not? So I am saying I am giving the level of entry age 22. Okay, but my age is greater than 17, not up to 22. Obviously, it will throw an error, na? If I give now 22, then it's fine. It is matching the entry point, right? Entry, whatever I am mentioning. In this time, I should not get this message access denied. I should get access granted, na? Because my age is equal to the limit.
Okay.
Did you get it or not?
Got it. Got it.
So this this is the entry point. So now if you do less than or greater than doesn't matter. It's matter only what you are entering here, what you are doing the comparison. If I'm putting below 22 any number, it will throw this error. If I match with this or above, then it will print else. And the custom message is nothing that access denied or something, right? So to get this, this is the use throw. The syntax already I mentioned, throw new, then your exception class. Exception, this is exception class. What kind of exception you need? So the use of throw means when we use if you want any customized error message. Okay, in that case we use throw. Are you clear?
Yeah, got it.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Now one more keyword is there, that is throws. 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 This is also one keyword in Java. So the throw keywords actually indicates what exception type may be thrown by a method. Okay, basically it gives the information to the programmer that there may error exception in the method. So it is better to do exception handling in the code so that the normal flow can be maintained. For example, I will explain by writing a program. Just try to understand the syntax first. Syn syntax would be return return type. Okay, return type, then method name. Okay, whatever the method name, then throws throws exception exception class exception class name. Okay, exception class name here. This is the syntax. Now let me write a program for this. Okay, so this is throw keywords. Okay, what is the use of throws keyword? So there is a difference between throw and throws. So throw basically for use for the customize any error. If you want to print any message, customize error message, for that we use throw. Now the throws we'll see now. Okay, now we'll have suppose public. This is our main method. Okay, let it be down the main method. Okay, so what I'm saying, I will create a method static void. Okay, now check age, for example, and it's a parameterized, right? Int age. What is the syntax? Return type, right? Return type, method name, and then throws exception class name. So what we'll going to write, it's a arithmetic, right? Throws exception, so we'll use throws arithmetic exception. Okay, and suppose you don't know what kind of exception it would be, right? For that case, suppose arithmetic it could be, or IO index out of bound, right? Then comma, you don't know what kind of mess like error, then array out of bound exceptions, right? Then okay, let it, I think already gave. No. Okay, so suppose you don't know what kind of, it could be arithmetic exception, index out of bound exception. Okay, let me print IO. One more exception is there. IO IO exception. Okay, IO exception. This is also kind of an exception. IO exception, comma, array out of bound, array index out of bound exception. Okay, so these are the exceptions. Okay, we can get it. Okay, now then throw class names and all, and your bracket start, bracket close. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay, when you don't know what kind of exceptions it would be. Okay, now what we are going to do, we're going to write a program here. Okay, so now I'm saying if age, right, age less than 18, again, now then throw new arithmetic exception. Suppose access denied, statement close. else what we are going to print, else system.out.println and access granted, for example, granted. Okay, now under main method we'll use try catch. Okay. So try, what it will try, check age. Okay, now I'm printing 17, right? Now when the moment you type try, catch should be there, it's mandatory. So you don't know now what I'm trying to say. Now you don't know what kind of exception it would be. Okay, it could be arithmetic exception, it could be a index out of exception or IO exception or any exception it could be. In that case we'll not specify any exception name the way we did it, right? Not this one. For this, for example, null pointer exception, we mention specifically, we mention we catch this, but here we will not do. Okay, what we will do, we'll do exception. This is also a class, we'll do exception and it comes under java.lang package. So exception and create any variable, it could be any name. Okay, so I'm giving E. Okay, now this catch will print, suppose I want to print, right, what exception, E dot to string, right, to handle the exceptions. And suppose again I am printing another line of code, after catch block completed. So this is out of try and catch. Okay, so I'm just writing rest of the code, rest of the code. So this will going to print because this is out of try and catch. Okay, so what I did, this is static method, right? So for static method we don't need to create object, right? We can directly call that method. So here I have mentioned one parameter method with this is int, right? And it can throws arithmetic out of bound exception or any exception you can add. Okay, you can add. Now if you change something, some string kind of null pointer exception or something, again you can add it. Okay, based on your requirement, you just null pointer exception like this, you have to just add it. Okay, you just add whatever exception you just add it. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, so for example, here now it's a age, that's why it definitely it will give us null pointer exception, right? Sorry, what exception it will give, arithmetic exception, right? So it is giving, but here what we are doing here, again we are checking. Now here we are try catch, we are mentioning just exception, it's a class which will hold all the exceptions. So okay, so you do not need to mention specifically that what exception you are going to catch it. Okay, so let me just print this one. So now it says, see, Java lang arithmetic exception access denied, because we are checking for 17. The moment I give 18, right, and rerun the program, I will not get this exception because it's matched with the entry age. So this time this will not going to print. So here only the difference is, here we are implicitly not mentioning any exception name. Okay, we are just using the try catch and it's able to print. Okay, This is only the difference. The throws keyword. Suppose you just want to know what could be the, you know, exception. You don't know. You are not sure on your program. So you may have in arithmetic condition or some string condition, any null pointer exception, right? Or index out of bound exception. These kind of things when you do and you don't know what kind of exception you will get. So that's why you will, use this class exception. This is a class so that it will handle any kind of exception, whichever you have mentioned here. Okay, this is the use of throws keyword. Hope I clear Raghu's question, right?
इधर एक मिनट, एक्सेप्शन ई इज ए क्लास है क्या? क्लास नहीं है ना वो।
कौन सा?
कैच 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 एक्सेप्शन ई वो क्लास है क्या?
Yeah, yeah, this is exception is a class, E is a variable.
ओके
So this is this exception. Any name which start with upper, right? It's a class. You can see I just over this one. See, it's written. The class exception and its subclass are form of throwable, and it indicates condition the reasonable application might you want to catch. Okay, so this is a class. This exception is a class. These are also class. Okay, but the moment you use throws, right? The throws, so you can use this class. But if you want to use this here, it
you
will
need to
not
add
implement.
exception that name, right?
Yeah.
Arithmetic,
So
whatever it is.
whatever, yeah, whatever you are mentioning here, right? It will handle all of this. If null pointer also, it will handle null pointer. So because as a programmer, you don't know, right? In your program, if there may be a chance to get exception, but you are not sure for which line number of code you are getting exception. So what you do, you just add all the exception, and if it occurs, then it will handle by this exception class. Okay, so this is the use of throws keyword. Today we have covered like so far. Try catch we already covered last session. Now, what is the use of throw finally, right? And throws keyword. These are very important things. Okay, that's why I am explaining. So these are very important things. Hope you understand, right?
Yeah, got it, got it.
Okay. Shall I proceed to next topic today? It's a very small thing only, whatever we cover, right? Try, catch, and finally you can do practice. Okay. So let me cover another, topic called abstraction. Okay. This is abstraction. What do you mean by abstraction? Any idea? So basically, abstraction is nothing. It is the, like the quality of dealing with the ideas rather than the events. For example, suppose take example, say you are sending SMS, right? Where you type the text and send the SMS to anyone. You don't know the internal processing about the message delivery, right? How it works. We just simply type and send the message. Similarly, in object-oriented, programming, abstraction is a process, okay, of hiding the implementation details and showing only the functionality to the user. So it's basically hiding the implementation details details and showing only the functionality, okay, to the user. So you don't know the internal implementation of how they did and all. So that's why it's hiding the implementation details and showing only the functionality. Okay, what functionality you can see, how the APIs are calling or something, like while you are sending or receiving messages that you don't know, right? So this is called abstraction. So the definition is hiding the implementation details and showing only the functionality to the user. Okay. Now, how to achieve abstraction? To achieve abstraction. So there are two ways, okay, to achieve abstraction in Java. One is abstract classes, and the second one is interface. Okay, so abstract class, using abstract class and interface. So with abstract class, we we cannot get 100% abstraction, 100% abstraction, because did you remember uh, when I completed the inheritance concept, right? And then I mentioned that two kind of hybrid and one more, it was there, multiple, right? Inheritance is not possible with extend keyword. Do you remember? So that only possible using interfaces.
Correct.
So
Multiple
because of,
hybrid, right? Which you not covered in the
yeah,
time that you're going to cover in.
right. So I said that it can be covered using in interface. So that is why abstract class is not 100%. We cannot achieve. It's even interview question. Can we achieve, abstract using 100% abstraction using abstract classes? No, we can't, because abstract, because like inherit in it doesn't support multiple inheritance or hybrid inheritance, and that we use interface, and interface supports, we can achieve 100% abstraction using interface. So we'll come soon for the interface. Today we'll talk about the abstract classes or abstraction. What is that? Okay. So what is abstract class? What is abstract class? Class or classes, whatever. So an abstract class must be declared declared with an abstract abstract, just ignore the spelling mistake, okay? Keyboard. Yes. So any class, okay, any abstract class must be declared with the abstract keyword. Okay, this is first point. Okay, it should be declared as a abstract keyword, any abstract class. Second, it can have abstract and non-abstract methods. So it can have its abstract and non-abstract method. Okay. Methods does not have body. That is important. Okay, abstract method doesn't have body. The body is provided by the subclass, or in bracket I'm just writing inherited. Okay, inherited from other classes. Okay, this is second point. Third point is it cannot be instantiated. instantiated to access it. It must be inherited inherited from another class. Number 4, it can have constructor constructors and static methods. Okay, abstract class can have constructors and static methods. Number 5, it can have final methods which will force the subclass not to change the body of the method. So it can have final methods. So basically final we use which stop you to do any modification. Okay, so it can have final methods which will force the subclass not to change the body of the method. Okay, so these are the few points you should remember for abstract class. So the first one is an abstract class must be declared with an abstract keyword. So it will be considered as an abstract class. So it can have abstract and non-abstract abstract methods. Okay, abstract method does not have body. So those are abstract, you can't have a body. The body will be provided by the subclass or inherited from other classes. So it cannot be instantiated to access it. It must be inherited from the other class. We'll see program, then you will understand more. And it can have constructor, it can have a static method also, and it can have final method also, which will force the subclass not to change the body of the method, because the moment you use final you can't modify. Okay, so we'll see real time program. Also syntax, let me write syntax of abstract class. What is the syntax? So you will use abstract class, suppose A for example, and this is how you have to write: curly bracket start, curly bracket end. Okay, you can't have a body like this we use, right? For body something code, line of code, we can't use this. You will get error. If you do something system.out.println, will get error. So basically it can't have a body. Okay, we'll see in real time program. Okay, also the like and method, how it would be: this is for class, and the method, like method also abstract, you will use abstract void and abstract method. Here you will just do like this. This is syntax for method. No method body, no method body. Okay, means no body, basically no body on class level or method level. It can't have any body. You will see real time. Okay, let me close this one. So we'll create one program. Suppose, okay, bike. Okay, so bike class, for example. Okay, this is our class. So now what I am doing here, or let me not bike, let me rename this one. Okay, abstract class sample, for example, abstract class sample. Okay, now this is our class and it will have a main method. This is our main method. Let it be. We will not do anything with the main method as of now. Let's create another classes. Okay, so suppose I am saying public abstract, okay, class, now by class. Okay, this is what, and curly bracket start, curly bracket close. Now I am saying, for example, I will use constructor. Okay, so for constructor, what I will do, or I can do one more thing. Let it be 1 second. Suppose in this class, okay, abstract. So public abstract class, this one I am putting, and now here what I am saying, I am using I will create constructor. Okay, so suppose constructor. Okay, so how to call constructor? This is the constructor, right? Now this is the body for constructor. Okay, now system.out.println, I'm saying uh, abstract class sample created. Okay, because this is a constructor. Okay, now this is constructor. Now create abstract method. Okay, create abstract method. How to do that? So again, this is the keyword abstract, any method, void. So I'm saying run method, any method, and this is how we implement. But normally, if we create any method, right? Suppose void run one. So how we implement? We do like this, right? For example, any method, right? Basically, when we do any method, we do like this, for example. But here what happened, the moment you use abstract, it can't have any body. Okay, abstract method, no body, it can't have any body, no body implementation. So you can't implement anything on body. Okay, this is abstract method. So abstract method doesn't have any body. This is what I mean to say. Now create non abstract method. To create void, suppose start. can have this, right? This is the difference. See, non-abstract, we have a body. This is called body, right? The body of like curly bracket, start curly bracket. We can print anything here, right? We can print, suppose uh, I am running, anything, okay? So anything, but here you can't because this is syntax wise. This is error, okay? It can't have a body. So the syntax is this bracket start bracket close for abstract, and for non-abstract method this is what we do, we have seen so far. Now create static method. To create static method, can anyone help me? Any name? Okay, I'm saying stop. So what I have to put?
Static, right? Stop.
Static, then
Right.
okay, white, and your, because it should have a body, right? Because any method without only abstract can't have a body implementation. This is only the difference. Rest all, whether it's a static, non-static, it has a body. The moment you use abstract, it can't implement the body. Okay. So now again I am writing system.out.print. I'm stopped. Okay. Now this is what it it is, this is in general, okay, the use of all this method, abstract, non, how. So I have written this program for just your understanding how it works for abstract. Now we'll just create a class, okay, another program, we'll see how to use that.
Hey, Makan, question है.
Yep.
Abstract. आपने अभी प्रिंट किया है क्या? Abstract word run.
नहीं नहीं, अभी तक प्रिंट नहीं किया, मैं प्रिंट कर रहा हूँ, एक सेकेंड. Because we are not calling anything, na? That's why it is not going to print. I just show you the differences. How abstract method.
What is the difference
Sorry.
here? There, because we are not the in abstract class में we are declaring print, right? But in abstract void run में we are not declaring. Then what you are going to print? Means if you don't have body, then
No, no, no. I am not going to print anything. I just wanted to tell you the difference between abstract method, okay, and this normal what the method is this.
okay.
Okay,
नहीं,
not.
मैं इधर ही क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ. प्रिंट नहीं किया आपने, I know, but मैं मेरा क्वेश्चन है
Hmm.
डिफरेंस क्या है? क्योंकि विदाउट बॉडी वी कैन नॉट डिक्लेयर एनी वैल्यूज, राइट? और वेरिएबल्स.
Right. You're talking about abstract method?
करेक्ट, abstract method.
Yeah. So I have a point already, right? So abstract method, we cannot implement the body, only it can use from other classes. We have to inherit. Okay. So the moment I will create another program, then you will understand how it works. Should
Okay,
I
you're going
create?
to use other program or another
Right. I
program.
will show you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I will show you in that. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another, okay, test abstract sample class or abstract class, okay, anything, okay, this is my main class, right? Okay, now here I will use main method. So this is my main method. Now what I'm going to do, I will create few other classes. So the class is public, just understand, okay, class. Now any class like bike. Okay, TVS. Okay, TVS. This is one. Okay, class name. Now let me create a bit public class Honda. Public class Yamaha. The other class. So how many child classes? There are three child classes, right? One is TVS, one is Honda, and one is Yamaha. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here. So, for example, this public class TVS extend. Okay. Extend which class? It will extend one more class I have to create. One second. Class class. We have four class. Should we final bike method? We have any class like this? One second. Yamaha Honda test start class test. Okay, that's okay. So we'll extend this bike TVS class extend with bike class. Okay, but why I'm getting errors? One second. Public class. Okay, 1 minute.
Where is
Let
the
me
method,
create.
bro? You're not added method, right?
No, no, 1 second. Let me create another package and just do it. Okay, now test start class demo. So this is our main method. We'll have main method here. Now we'll create other classes. So we have to create child classes, right? So this is our main class. Okay, this is our main class. So basically there would be one class, okay, bike, and it will have another classes, so we'll extend from other classes. So if I want to use any child class, right, suppose public class vs, okay, this is one class TBS one class. So let's
Yes. No, remove the public.
okay, this one you are saying
Uh,
means you want to acha default you want anyway.
it's coming. See, if you add public, it will give error, right? Default, right?
Yeah, because we are accessing, that's okay. Okay, this is one class, for example. Now again we have Honda. Your class start here, class ends here. Another class, suppose Yamaha. your class start here, class ends here, and one more class, suppose class bike. Okay. So we have four classes. Okay, bike, Yamaha, Honda, TVS and all. So now suppose I want to have method. Suppose void method, any void run. This is one method. System out of println TVS child class. Okay, child class implemented. So we'll implemented. Okay, child class implemented run. So we'll implement extend which class? Our extend is bike class. For example, bike class. This is what we extend it. Okay. Now same method we'll put here. Run. Now instead of this one, we'll say Honda class implemented. Okay. Same we'll copy in Yamaha and we'll say Yamaha. Okay, Yamaha class. This is what we did. Okay, now this bike, right? So this bike class, we are not going to do anything because this is our, we are implemented. Okay, this bike class, and we will access, okay, on main method. So what do you have to do? Suppose bike, right? Obj equal to new TVS. So we can access TVS, we can access bike. So we are going to access first this one, TVS. And now whatever the method we have, right? We have not created any method on obj dot, okay, not extended, no, this one. Honda extended bike. Now Yamaha extended bike. Okay, and this is another class. So obj dot, here also we have one method. Bike. Now, so I have a run method. So if I use run method, now which one is going to print? Because this run method is applicable for all the classes, right?
TVS.
Yeah, because you have created for TVS. So now let me run it. Okay, now this is what. Okay, so what we are going to do now on bike, we'll create a constructor. Okay, under bike class. So this is our bike class constructor. So for constructor, how to create? This is what, right? So bike, and this is what the constructor we create mostly, right? Okay. But now what we'll do, if you want to create any abstract or non like abstract method, what you are going to do? How to create that? Any idea?
Just abstract void.
Okay, so the moment I use abstract, I'm getting error, right? Because why this error?
Because of body.
Because of the body, right? So it can't have a body first thing. Any method you write, abstract void M1, for example. So here we can't see abstract method in non-abstract class. So this is non-abstract class. The point you see, it can have abstract and non-abstract method. Abstract method does not have body. Also, you cannot access it from non, abstract class. Okay, so that's why you are getting error this one. Abstract method in non-abstract class. This is non-abstract class. So your class should be also abstract. If your class is not abstract and you are trying to access abstract method, then you can't do it, because abstract method or can be only accessed from abstract classes. Okay, this is the difference between the abstract and non-abstract things. Anyway, today we don't have time. Tomorrow we'll continue another abstract thing. Okay, because we have to start the interface concept. So tomorrow, means on next class, we'll cover uh, abstract things. Okay, so now you understand the abstract things, like the points, whatever, it can have static, non-static, methods. It can have abstract, non-abstract methods also, but abstract method does not have a body. Okay, we can only access from the subclasses and all. So we'll see tomorrow this program, how we can put it, abstract method or abstract things and all. Tomorrow we'll see in details. So just today I wanted to understand you that what is the use of abstract, what is the difference between normal method and abstract. So this is the implementation. You can see we can't implement anything on the body for the abstract. An abstract method cannot be accessed from non-abstract classes. Okay, it can be only uh, accessible from the abstract class. Okay, tomorrow we'll complete